What is up? Welcome back to Zach's Snacks Cooking Channel. You are in for another great episode. Today, as you see down below, we're going to be making street tacos from the comfort of your home, my home, our home. But before we do anything, as you can see down below, Zach's Snacks KC, you can follow us on all platforms. That is Zach's_Snacks KC. Also, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like and comment down below. Let me know how your day is going. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my brother's channel. His name is ZAIRE'S Creative Corner, and he has been in multiple of my other episodes. Down below, make sure you have all your ingredients. It doesn't matter how much of the ingredients you have, because this is going to be up to you how much you would like in your tacos. So if you went to the grocery store or need a grocery store list, all the ingredients will be down below in the description. So without further ado, let's make these street tacos. Let's get to the video. Alright guys, so I hope you went down below and checked out all the ingredients you'll need. There's no specific amount that you'll need, but it's up to you how you want to make your tacos. I know many of you have made tacos before, so today you're just going to be making them with me. So first, we're going to start off by making sure your chicken is already cut up. So make sure you clean your chicken and make sure you cut it up to thin little slices, like that. That's about how thin you want your chicken to be. Now we're going to move over to our eye over by the oven, and then we're going to start cooking our chicken. So I'll meet you guys over there. Alright, we are over by the stove now. As you can see, I sprayed my pan, and then I put just a little bit of olive oil around the pan just to cover the bottom layer. And now we're going to grab our chicken. I did about 2 slabs of chicken. I cut them up real thin like this. I don't know if you can really see that, but there's a whole bunch of them in there. And now we're going to get those into the pan. First, don't forget to turn on your eye to medium heat. Let's get the chicken in the pan. Again, don't forget to either grease your pan or add olive oil, but I'll recommend both. The key to when it comes to making street tacos is making sure that you cook the chicken all the way through and you add your seasoning, which we will be doing after we get all the chicken into the pan. And now we're going to add our seasoning to our chicken. So depending on you, it's really up to you what kind of seasoning you want to use. I would recommend some fajita seasoning mix, some kicking chicken seasoning mix. And it's up to you how much you want. But I'm just going to add some on mine. That's the kicking seasoning. And then we're going to add our fajita seasoning. Alright, so after you add your seasoning, now we're going to just get our spoon and then we're going to help mix our chicken together with our seasoning. As the chicken continue to cook, you're going to continue to mix the chicken on medium heat until the chicken is all the way done. Alright guys, so while our chicken is cooking, I just wanted to show you that I also have some refried beans cooking. This is about 2 cans of refried beans cooking on medium heat. You're going to continue to mix this, and then also you can add in cheese after it's done. So you're gonna just let this cook also while your chicken is cooking. I'm just back by the stove still mixing up our chicken as it is cooking. As I said before, if you would like to turn your chicken up just a tad bit more, gotta keep an eye on it. Alright, and our refried beans are also cooking. Now while those things are cooking, now we're gonna prep the rest of our ingredients. As you can see, we got a little serving tray going here, and we already got our cheese in there because your cheese don't need to be sliced up. Unless you want to shred your own cheese, I already got shredded cheese, and that is on one of my first ones. So, now let's get the rest of ours together. Next, we're gonna add some spinach. So, grab your spinach, grab a cutting board. You're gonna wanna cut you up some spinach. Grab a knife, cut up your spinach. You really do as much as you want. Any way you want. Now after you cut your spinach the way you want it, get whatever other thing you want to put your spinach in. I'm going to place my spinach in one of my other serving spots. So let's go on and pour the spinach in. Gonna clean the cutting board off. Alright, so next you're gonna cut up your cilantro. Gonna cut these bad boys up. You can cut the stems also. The stems are good to eat, but if you don't want to eat the stems, it is optional. I'm gonna cut up the stems. Throw all these bad boys in there. Cilantro is a pretty good ingredient to eat with many different recipes, but they're especially good on street tacos, and that's why we're eating them today. So I'm gonna cut this up. We're going to add just a little bit in the pan. Add just a little bit in there. And the rest of this I'm going to put up for later. Alright, you're going to want to clean this off. And then next we're going to get ready to cut up our tomatoes, then our onions. Alright, before we start cutting up our tomatoes and our onion, we need to check on our chicken. So we're going to start mixing up our chicken, making sure our chicken is not overcooking. Make sure it's cooking just right. And our chicken should be done soon. And then you also want to check on your refried beans. Just mix that up. Make sure those are still cooking also. So now we're going to now cut up our tomatoes. You just peel the stem off. After you done peel the tomatoes off the stem, next you're going to start slicing them. So one at a time, you're going to start slicing it like this. All the way through. You're going to want to cut all of them straight through like so. Next, you're going to turn them the opposite way, stack it on top of each other the best you can, and then you're going to just cut it straight down. It might fall apart just a little bit. You're going to have a lot of juice. That's okay. Really up to you how you want to do it. After you cut them to strips, you're going to now cut them the opposite way. So as you cut them straight down like that, you're going to turn it. You're going to just cut it, small pieces going the opposite way. You do that to all of them. Don't have to be perfect. You're going to want to cut them up as small as you can. Watch your fingers. And then before we start cutting up our onion, we're going to put our bread on the skillet. Cut up any sliced pieces. Alright, now we're going to put the tomatoes into the serving tray. Or as many as you like. Like so. Now we're going to set up the rest of these to the side. And then we're going to clean this off and we're going to start cutting up our onion. Alright guys, I just checked on our chicken for us. We're going to come back to that in just a little bit. Now we're going to cut up our onion. We're going to start off by cutting off the sides. You're going to want to peel it. Take off all of the edges of the onion. Because you don't want to eat the outside of the onion. What you're going to want to do is cut right down the middle. Turn it sideways, and then you're going to cut your onions into rolls like so. After you cut the onion that way, you're just going to want to turn it and cut it the opposite way. After you done cut up your onion, we're going to add just a little bit of the onions to our chicken, and then the rest we're going to cook by itself later on. We're just going to add a couple of these onions to our chicken, just for a little taste. Like so. And the rest of these we're going to cook later. Now, I want you guys to come over here, and now we're going to cook our flatbreads. Alright, we're not at the skillet. We're going to cook our flatbreads. You're going to put one in there. Then after a while, you're going to want to flip it over. So let that cook. Our flatbread is about halfway done. So now it's time to turn it over. Looking good. So we're going to let it cook on that side for a little bit longer. Alright, our flatbread is about done. We also cut us up some limes. I'm going to show you guys. We're going to finish adding our chicken. We're going to add all this together. And then I'll see you guys at the tasting table. All of our other ingredients. See you guys then. Alright guys, welcome to the tasting table. As you can see, I already have most of my ingredients already put on my flatbread. But now, I'm going to add me some Pick De Gallo onto the top of my street taco. Just a little bit of that. You don't need too much because it's pretty spicy, or for most people mild. I'm gonna add some sour cream to top it off.